Guys, my name is Caleb Ellison, and I'm doing a feasibility report on getting new equipment in the Formy Athletic Center weight room. So all the sporting events that you go to on campus, all the athletes that you see, this is the weight room that they train in. Like I said, all of the athletes use this. So the problem right now with the weight room is there's really high humidity, and so that causes the platforms that you stand on when you lift to be very slick. And so it's really easy to slip on that, especially if you're doing any kind of Olympic lifting. And so it's very dangerous for the athletes. So this has been a problem for quite a while now. And also due to the humidity, there's been the platforms have worn out quicker than they should have because the moisture just sits on the platforms constantly. And so the wood will actually absorb the moisture, causing it to be slick and causing it to wear out faster. As you can see here, the Henderson logo used to be a solid red. Now it's kind of faded out to a white. And that's also another one of the problems with the weight room is it still has the old logo on it. Since we purchased this weight room equipment, we've rebranded our logo. And so we're trying to get our new logo on everything now. And this is one of the places where we haven't done that yet. And so that would, getting new equipment would enable us to get the new logo out there too. So the first solution that we could do is purchase a dehumidifier, excuse me. So obviously what this does is it removes the humidity from the air. Especially in the weight room, we run the AC almost constantly. One, because it'll lower bacteria spreading, and it'll also, obviously with the athletes working out, we don't want them to overheat. And so the AC is on all the time in the weight room. And so that coolant in the air causes moisture to sit on everything, on the racks, on the platforms, on the weights even. And so the dehumidifier will kind of take care of that and remove that humidity from the air. It's not a very high cost. It's estimated that it's just under $300 to get one, but with that it comes with daily maintenance. You've got to empty the bucket every day, sometimes more than once depending on how humid the air is. Also, if you wanted, you could hook up a hose to the dehumidifier and it could drain the water out to a different location, but with that you'd still have to maintain it to make sure that it's draining properly and in the proper location. Second solution is just to purchase new platforms. Like I said, with the old logo, this would enable us to get the new logo on the platforms. It will also help prevent slipping, especially early on because it would be freshly waxed, so you'd be able to gain traction a lot more easily than on these worn-out platforms. Also with the new logo, this also is a little bit higher end cost-wise. It's estimated just over $1,000 a platform, and we've got 10 racks, so we'd have to get 10 platforms. So just over $10,000 for this, so it's a little bit more costly. One of the reasons why people prefer platforms is because it enables you to push off the ground with more force. And so platforms are really popular, especially in athletic weight rooms and stuff like that. But the third possible solution, this is not a permanent solution. This would wear out just like the old platforms did. It's still going to have the humidity sitting on the wood constantly, so you're still going to have the issue of it wearing out and being slick, just like we did with the old ones. It would slow it down because it's going to be newer, more up-to-date material, but it's still not going to be a permanent solution. The third solution is rubber flooring. Rubber flooring is going to prevent slipping. It's also going to prevent tripping, where with the wooden platforms, they sit above the ground, and so as athletes move around, it's a lot easier for them to trip over these platforms. And also with rubber flooring, it can utilize your surface area much more efficiently because you don't have the platforms in the way where you can trip over them. And so there's some areas of the weight room where the athletes can't use it, but with the rubber flooring, it's all flush with the racks, and so you've got a lot more space to work. This is another one that's a little bit higher cost. Rubber flooring, for the kind that we would need, which is half-inch firm rubber tiles, it's going to cost about $3.04 a square foot. And we have roughly 2,500 square feet in the weight room, and so it's going to run you about $7,600. So it's another one that's kind of high-end on the cost, but this one would be a permanent solution. You're not going to have the issues with slipping like you do with the platforms because it's not made out of wood, and so the rubber mats are not going to absorb the moisture like the wooden platforms do. So this one would be a permanent solution to the problem. My recommendation would be to go with rubber flooring. Like I said, this is a little bit more expensive, but in the long run, when you're looking out for the safety of the athletes that use the weight room, and like I said, these are all the athletes on campus using this facility. This is going to be your best option. It's the safest, and like I said, as far as slipping and tripping on platforms, you're not going to have any of that with rubber flooring, and it's not quite as expensive as the platforms are either. Like I talked about with the platforms being preferred by a lot of athletes because you can push with more force off of the ground. If you get the half-inch firm rubber tiles like we're looking at here, you're not going to have that issue nearly as much as you would with softer rubber tiles. So rubber flooring in the long run is going to be the safest, most cost-effective option that we have, and I think this would give our athletes the best chance to succeed in the weight room.